This is a song that is in 3/4 time, and if you think of your strums as every downstroke is a count. For instance, the pug strum, which is notoriously every one of those downstrokes is a count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's something we use all the time for 4/4 time. Because my Bonnie is 3/4 time, and you can kind of hear it in the way that it feels. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. It's got a kind of a lilting thing to it, and that's one way you know that it's in 3/4 time. We already do some things in 3/4 time. This one, fortunately, has the asset of we can put the downstrokes on every syllable. My Bonnie lies, my Bonnie lies over the ocean. So notice right there, I was on the 4th box in the box chart, and I already started the next sentence. So this particular song has a word, my, at the end of a measure or a box. So just kind of remember that. So even when I started, I said, my Bonnie lies. So you kind of want to know when to start your strum. Box charts don't do very well with pickup notes, which is something that happens before you start strumming. So we've already done a bunch of songs like this, but we've counted them in, so it was easier to keep track. So in this case, we're going to say my, and then do Bonnie lies over the ocean. And since this sounds a little boring, what we're going to do is put an upstroke in between count number 2 and count number 3. So every box will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So just remember, between count number 2 and count number 3, you're going to do an upstroke. Now this one, I'm thinking we'll maybe do this one in swing time, because I think Drunken Sailor is going to be in straight time. So that's something else that really isn't indicated by a box chart, is well, is it swing time or is it straight time? So we'll actually be going. Okay, and that's all you have to remember. Every box is this much of a strum. So we've organized the chords so that every box means the same thing, and it means this much strumming. So then it's really easy to keep track of as you kind of look at the box chart. Okay, let's just do this. I'm going to do it slowly, about the speed that I was demoing it, so you can kind of get the hang of reading the box charts and reading the lyrics at the same time. Now, don't look at me on the screen, because I'm going to be out of phase with you because of Zoom, okay? But you can just listen to the sound, match what I do. Everybody's muted now, right? Yeah, thank you, Nancy. Okay, so let's just get her going here. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. My. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. So bring back my Bonnie to me. Chorus. Bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me. Second verse. Last night as I lay on my pillow, last night as I lay on my bed, last night as I lay on my pillow, I dreamed that my Bonnie was dead. Chorus. Bring back, oh bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, oh bring back my Bonnie to me. Third verse. The winds have gone over the ocean. The winds have gone over the sea. The winds have gone over the ocean and brought back my Bonnie to me. One last time, chorus. Bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me. And all right. Unmute everybody, if you would, Nancy, just so I can answer any questions about that before we move on to the next song. So some of you, quite a few of you are still muted. I think you have to unmute as well on your computer. Marty, Scott Reiner, you have interesting book
Yeah,
here.
that's me, Phyllis.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, so just wanted to give you an opportunity to ask any questions you had about before we do the next. Yeah, so we just started out with 3 downstrokes for each box, and we just made it a little more interesting by putting an upstroke between the second and the third one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And it's something we've already done in some other songs.
Steve, would that be a 3 and? Like 1, 2, 3, and 4? No, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Okay.
So Steve, how are pickup notes handled? Do you just have to know that they're there with box charts?
Yeah, kind of weird. I've never found a way to easily describe when to begin your strum. Now, this is a problem that pops up with songs that are online a lot of times. They've set them up on a word processor, and they can't put a chord before the sentence starts. But often there is a chord before the sentence.
Right.
So you kind of have to look for that. There's just kind of a feel to when the measure starts every time.
Yeah.
I don't have a real simple answer for that. I just kind of, if I'm listening to a song, you can kind of hear it with the bass. You know, the bass player is doing the basic note, right? And the downbeat of every measure.
Right.
You can tell by the way the song starts, or sometimes how you end a verse. Like when we finished the chorus and we started the next verse, bring back my Bonnie to me, my, you can kind of sense it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and mute everyone again, Nancy, please. Thank you very much. So let's see, Gary's not muted. There we go. Just hearing. Okay. So Gary, you're unmuted again. Let's see. Can you get that worked out? Yeah, good. Okay, so I'm going to pull up What Do We Do with the Drunken Sailor here. So this has got a very different feel to it. And part of that very different feel is 4/4 time. So what do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunk? You can just feel that beat. What do we do with the drunken sailor? What do we do? So it's going to be 4/4 time. And 4/4 time, in this case, you've kind of got a beat going like on count number 1 and count number 3. What do we do with the drunken sailor? What do we do with the drunken sailor? So it's really cut time. So the symbol quite often that you'll see for cut time is, like you'll see a symbol like this, or you'll see just 2/4 time. And that just has a sound like, or you kind of want to hear that accent. Now we won't be picking this at all. We'll be strumming, but you want to have a strum then that is the same twice in a row. So we're going to go, first of all, we're going to keep these down strokes, but we're going to do 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. And so you got these, the down beats are still there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the way you can kind of get this timing is it's going to match the first syllables of song again. You know, what do we do with the, so what do we do with the drunken sailor? So it starts getting different than the words right there. But if you want to get the feel of it, just match the syllables in the beginning. What do we do with the? And for those of you that are counting, it's 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So each box in the box chart is going to be 4 counts. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and we should probably count it and cut time as well. 1, 2, 1, 2. So each box is going to be this much. What do we do with it? Right? And notice I'm doing straight time here. So it's going to sound like this. Everyone just mute your strings and do this with me for a minute here. Don't touch them very hard because you get a note here, but just do it with me. I'm going to count it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so beware of swinging this. It's not swing time. This is straight time. Okay, so let's make the words bigger for Steve because I can't see as much as I used to. Okay. So notice we have a note on top, cut time. That's how we know it's going to be this. So again, the difference between this and a pug strum is that the first half of the strum and the second half of the strum are identical. So you have this accent. 1, 2, 2. Okay, and we're going to start at the first word. In this case, the strum will start at the first word. So I'll just count 1, 2, 3, 4. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Lie in the morning, swing him in a longboat until he's sober. Swing him in a longboat until he's sober. Swing him in a longboat until he's sober. Lie in the morning, give him a dose of salt and water. Give him a dose of salt and water. Give him a dose of salt and water. Early in the morning, shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Early in the morning. That's what we'll do with the drunken sailor. That's what we'll do with the drunken sailor. That's what we'll do with the drunken sailor. Early in the. Let's do the chorus now. Way